Being gay in Bulgaria, for me, has been overwhelmingly positive, but I know that the majority of people here have the exact opposite experience, unfortunately. I was 17 when I came out to my parents, and I already had figured out a job, a place to be, I had the whole plan set up. And I did it when my parents were kind of in a fight, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a shock scene now, I'm gonna break the tension and everything. And I said it, and my mom was like, yeah, I knew pretty much all along. And my dad was like, your mom told me. So pretty anticlimactic, which unfortunately I think is the exact opposite of what the majority of Bulgarian kids are going through. Even before communism, we were a pretty conservative country. Communism really made things worse, obviously. Nowadays, not so much, but the majority of Bulgarians are also very religious. The Orthodox Church is, I think, more conservative than the Catholic Church in regards of homosexuality, which really influences the popular opinion here. There's Sofia, of course, which is a bit more liberal, I would say, a bit more cosmopolitan because there's a lot of foreigners, a lot of foreign companies coming here, more or less influencing the culture of the city. But it's even worse, however, for people in small towns where the community is really small, everybody knows everything about people, very conservative, and the demographic is really like old generation. Most people that are kind of okay would pretend that nothing happened. They won't talk about it, they won't discuss it. What they would ask their kid probably would be, okay, that's fine, just don't talk about it outside of the house or talk about the outer family circle, so we keep it pretty much under the rug. There are a few, of course, I think more than a few actually, situations where the family would react really aggressively. Aggressively maybe in two ways. One, they would start abusing their kid to suppress him in a way, and the other one would be either to expel them from the family and pretend he or she is not their daughter or son. I work for an organization called Single Step. We are an organization that's non-profit, and we provide social services to the LGBTQ community here in Bulgaria. What I started as a volunteer was providing an online chat for support of young people around the country. The chat line will be open for 3 hours every day, between 8 and 11 in the evening, and people can actually come online, talk to our volunteers, myself included, and talk about everything. They're contemplating the idea of coming out, to experiencing abuse at their family, struggling with gender identity, for example, or even contemplating suicidal thoughts. What I would really wish for the positive outcomes for the community in the following years would be that we would have the opportunity to work towards getting more equality in terms of rights as couples, rights as married couples as well. It's a long shot from here to start talking about adoption as well, but that's definitely something I would like one day for myself as well. I think that being part of the European Union has really influenced this country for the better in regards to human rights and LGBTQ rights in particular. And I definitely think that in not so distant future, the country might be pressed externally to recognize equality on a legislative level. Again, yeah, a government can change the law, but if the society doesn't accept that, then obviously it's not going to work. I think that what would help is giving more positive examples of gay and lesbian people and bisexual people and people with different gender identity being more prominent and really showing out that we can be just as boring as straight people or just as fun, depends on that. That's really important to bring people's minds to the fact that, okay, these are actually people just like me and I can relate to them. And if we can just reinforce the idea that we're regular people through regular stories, that I think that would help a bit more. Okay, paint me.